Hey, what is up everybody, Epiphany here, and today I got another CSGO video for you guys, but what I really wanted to talk about was FPS games in general, and the reason being is because a lot of FPS games have really fallen off and really gone their own way, I guess you could say. As far as CSGO goes, CSGO is definitely the most balanced FPS shooter there possibly could be, and I feel, in my opinion, that's why it's so competitive, and that's why it's so great when it is in a competitive setting and things like that, because it's real skill, it's real hard-earned skill that people use. I'm not saying that the pros for Call of Duty and things like that aren't skillful or anything like that. I mean, yeah, there is skill that goes into it, but not as much as Counter-Strike and things like that. The reason being is because if you look at Call of Duty or you look at Battlefield or you look at any FPS shooter that there is, there's always something to one-up somebody. There's always a certain gun that does better, and the reason being is because they want people who are noobs to be right up there with the pros and things like that, and that really ruins the game, and that really destroys the game, because then you got this overpowered weapon that everybody uses, and then they have to nerf it, and then there's another overpowered weapon, and then it just keeps going like that, and keeps going and going until really there's nothing. I mean, it's really upsetting the way FPS shooters are going nowadays, and that's really how it's always been, especially with Call of Duty and Battlefield and things like that. There's always one gun that one-ups someone that someone has to get, and if you don't use that gun, you're not good, blah blah blah. But as far as Counter-Strike goes, it's so different because you can beat someone with any gun. It's really skill. That's really all it's based off. Yeah, some guns can be have to be nerfed and things like that. Take the Tech 9 for example. Yeah, that had to be nerfed, but there's still a way you could one-up someone with an op, or one-up someone with an M4 with a Tech 9, and it's pretty crazy. And that's why I love Counter-Strike as a whole, and the way it's developed, and just how everything is truly balanced and truly based on skill. And even when it comes down to one-on-one, you know, 1v1 like clutches and things like that, and just 1v1 encounters, if you take Call of Duty or Battlefield for example, it's really who shoots first, and really if you who has the better gun, and who shoots first, and who sees the other person first. And yeah, it is kind of that way with Counter-Strike. It is more of like who sees the other person first and things like that with Counter-Strike, but you could still get turned on. Someone could still pull an amazing play and just completely clutch the whole round. Someone could also, you know, just outsmart the other person. It's really based on outsmarting the other people, getting into your team's head, and using, I mean, the gun you're most comfortable with. It's not something you have to use. It's not something you have to do to be good at the game. And that's really where FPS shooters are going nowadays, with the overpowered guns and having better guns that are a million times better than all the others, just so people who are just getting into the game can play and do good and enjoy the game. In a way it makes sense, but in a way it kind of ruins the game for a lot of people, and especially Call of Duty. I mean, I know so many people who don't play Call of Duty now, and they just play Counter-Strike because it's so much better. And this is really all just kind of based off of my opinion and just what I've seen, what I've heard, and my experience with both games as well, and many other FPS shooters. CSGO right now is really one of the top FPS shooters in my opinion, because it's so balanced. Its competitive scene is growing so much. Its scene in general and its community is growing so much as a whole, and it's so amazing and so crazy to think about. But really all the other FPS shooters are really taking a downhill and just really following each other, where Counter-Strike really stands out and is doing something different and doing something good, and they really need to keep it that way. But this is just a little rant. I mean, let me know your guys' opinion in the comments below, and this is just really how I feel and why I think other FPS shooters are really taking a downhill course compared to Counter-Strike. And I feel like even though Counter-Strike's pretty old compared to some of the other games out there and games that are coming out year by year, I mean, Counter-Strike still stands alone and still stands on its own, and so many people are starting to play it, so many people are getting into it, and it's really awesome. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. This is just my kind of rant. I've really been wanting to talk about this and share what I feel with you guys and share my opinions, so I definitely want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Epiphany, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like. If you guys want to see more videos, definitely be sure to click one of the links in the description to go watch more of my videos. If you guys always want to see more, then definitely be sure to subscribe. My name is Epiphany. I'll catch you guys later.